So a couple of weeks ago, we looked at the 251, a popular progression that is the staple of jazz music, used in gospel and obviously the main focus of my channel, R&B. So today we are looking at the minor 251, and what I'm defining as a minor 251, and although it may not be the technical term, is just a 251 that ends on a minor chord. So in the first video, our landing chord was a major chord, F major. So altogether our 251 was minor, major, major. But let's build a 251 to get from the F major to the A minor. So firstly, let's establish the 251 in the key of A. And by the way, your 251 notes are the same in major or minor. So in A major, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And in A minor, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So you can see in major and in minor, our 251 is the same. It is B, E, A. Now, like I said in the first video, there are so many ways to build the chords around your 251. But today I'm going to show you the basics of one that's used a lot in R&B. So again, we'll start with a minor for our 2 chord. But let's make the chord a little larger by adding the minor 7th note to it. Why is this the minor 7th? If we count out our notes in the key of B minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have our B minor 7 chord. Now let's flatten the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we flatten a note, we move it 1 semitone down. This gives us our B minor 7 flat 5 chord. If this has gone over your head, be sure to download my free music theory basics guide, which will show you how to build major and minor scales via the link in the description below. Back to our B minor 7 flat 5 chord. It sounds great, but let's use an inversion to voice it differently. If you missed my video on inversions, be sure to check that out. But an inversion is when you play the same notes in a chord in a different order. So let's take our top note, A, and play it on the bottom in our right hand. And let's remove the root note, B, from our right hand and play it 1 octave down in our left hand. So we have the same notes, just played in a different order, voiced differently. So that's our B minor 7 flat 5 chord, our 2 chord in this minor 251 R&B example. For our 5, we're going to play a dominant 7. So we take our regular major triad, and instead of playing the major 7th, we flatten it. This gives us our dominant 7, and this is used heavily in jazz. Now I'm going to leave the root note in my left hand, and you don't have to, but I just like to play it this way. So we have our 2 and our 5, and we'll play our regular minor triad chord for our 1. So we have our 2, 5, 1. If we want our 1 to sound more full, we can play our minor 7 here also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's invert it by playing our G 1 octave below. And moving our A to our left hand. We could always still play the A in our right hand. It just depends on how fat you want your chord to sound. But let's tie it all together with what we learnt from the first 251 video. First, let's flatten up our F major chord and add the major 7th to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that chord's now a little bit more beefy, and let's do our 2 5-1s. In next week's video, we're going to look a bit more into voicings and how to make your chords sound fatter. We're going to look more into major 7ths, minor 7ths, dominant 7ths, possibly augmented, diminished, 9ths, 13ths, 11ths, if we have time. Otherwise, I'll split that into a separate video. Also, if you want a head start on your R&B chord progressions, I have a pack with over 30 R&B chord progressions and 50 chord progressions from other genres that can help you with your music. They're MIDI files which you can drag and drop straight into your beats, change key, change sound, change chords. You're free to do all of that. So if you want to get a head start on your R&B chord progressions and you want to support me and help me do more videos like this, check out the link in the description below and you can pick up your copy. Thanks guys, I've been Stefan, and as always, happy beat making.